Welcome to the Pace Invader. Today I'm joined by Richard, a runner, orienteer and all-round endurance enthusiast who's tackled marathons, ultras and 12-hour challenges. We caught up after St Albans parkrun, but our chat stretches from Kilimanjaro to Windsor boat races. Richard's running is as much about the mechanics as it is about pacing, and we talk about the process of breaking down runs into chunks and what keeps him pushing past the point where most people would quit. Let's dive right in.
So sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name's Richard.
Richard, I'm Daniel.
Hi.
So firstly, how was the run today?
The run was good.
Yeah.
Hardest I've run for a while.
Yeah.
But a little bit quicker than normal this year.
We were quite close in the end, weren't we?
We were, yeah. I thought I had you, but
yeah.
You just took me at the end
just
there.
pulled it out of the bag at the finish. Yeah. First question: what run are you most proud of?
Which run? Yeah. Okay.
Any run.
Oh right. Okay. I used to do a lot of running, a few marathons and a lot of half marathons. I think the thing that I enjoyed the most was I did a couple of ultras,
right,
where you just had to see how far you went. It's the St Albans Stampede,
just
see how far you can go in 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I managed to do like just over 2 marathons. And
wow.
That for me was, that's what everything was about. Yeah. It wasn't really running, of course, by the end.
No, but it's a walk run and
getting the food right and
still 2 marathons.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was probably just before COVID now.
Oh wow. Okay, not that long
COVID
ago.
knocked me back a bit and training.
Yeah. How did you feel at the end?
Better than I thought, actually.
Right.
Yeah. Better than I've done. The thing about the marathons is they're sort of not as much fun because there's this whole marathon time hanging above you the whole time. Am I ahead or behind? And then have I got a cold? Am I even going to be able to run that day? So
there's a lot of factors that affect what you end up with.
Yeah. Whereas, and I've done some trail runs where it's sort of semi-navigation, and that's quite fun as well.
What made you get started in the? How long have you been running?
I've been running since I think just before my 40th birthday, a couple of years before.
Okay.
Because the reason I started was because I agreed to go on a trip to Kilimanjaro. And then speaking to people, they say, well, basically, it's all about oxygen. If you're fit, it's easier because although you can get altitude sickness, you're more used to managing your breathing. And so I started doing some sort of charity 10Ks before that. And then after a while, I thought, well, a couple of years, I thought I am going to have to do a half marathon. And that was hard.
How long ago was the Kilimanjaro trip?
That must have been about 20 years ago now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
I've just been 60. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, and if you could go back to sort of say 10 years before you started running, what would you tell yourself about fitness?
I would say, I did a bit of fitness work, but I didn't do running. I didn't do so much cycling. I do a bit of cycling now.
Yeah.
I would say get on and do it, but the main thing I do is I do quite a lot of orienteering. And I would say get on and do the orienteering while you can run quick.
Okay.
Because I'm quite good. I'm fairly good at navigating, but I'm just too slow now. So.
Yeah, my navigation is hopeless. Yeah. Unfortunately, I rely on the technology, and that's probably a bad thing.
Yeah, well, the fun thing about orienteering is it all looks so simple until you've already run 3 or 4K, and then brain fog.
Yeah.
You just make the most ridiculous decisions. So it's all about training yourself to make the right decision, and you've got to run like 8-10K depending on the event.
And it looks like you're a member of St Albans Striders.
Striders, yeah. I've been in Striders a long time. I don't do many of their training sessions. Poor day for me, but it's really good on all the races to so much support.
Do you generally run solo or do you run in groups?
I normally run solo. I've run a few group events, but I generally get told I talk too much.
I just can't talk. I can mutter the odd, swear word as I go up a hill, but that's about it.
Yeah. But that's the funny thing. When I'm running on my own, the only thing I'm thinking about is how do my legs feel, how's my heart rate, how do I feel, and it takes the whole time. When I'm with somebody, I just chat away. I don't know where it comes from.
Oh, you people infuriate me. The ones who can actually talk while they're running
Well,
at the
they
same
say
time.
you're not running hard enough.
Well, that's it. That's
yeah.
it. That's what I say. Is sorry, you're not putting in enough effort. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not me at all. It's you.
Well, it's very tempting when you're running, like run with my daughter sometimes. Because she's a couple of minutes slower than me.
Right.
You just got your breath there.
Yeah. She a good runner?
She's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to mainly swim, so
Okay.
she's sort of transferring that and play football, so she's just sort of transferring that over to running now.
Yeah, I'm more of a swimmer, definitely.
Yeah.
But, does anyone else in your family run?
No, my wife used to run,
right?
But she quite liked it, but her back is just stops running now. Just basically, it's in pain the next day.
Oh, yeah, that's infuriating.
So getting advice of her would have been start running sooner.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you had much in the way of injuries?
I've been pretty lucky on injuries.
Yeah.
I've had my foot had the plantar fasciitis or whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah.
That took like maybe almost a year to get over. Just not a lot you can do except just rest it, a bit of exercise and so on.
How did you find that? Did you find it infuriating? Just grateful for the rest, or?
I found it very frustrating not doing anything much in the week. Yeah. And then even if you tried to do, and it was bad, even when you tried to do a bit of walking, that wasn't good. But I just, you want to do something.
Is there anyone that inspires you?
Running wise, my brother-in-law, he's a bit younger than me, but he's done some amazing ultras and so on.
Right.
And he's been trying to do the Bob Graham round in the Lake District.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's where you do. I think it's 50 peaks. I can't remember if it's 50 or 60 peaks in 24. You've got to do it in 24 hours.
Wow.
So you basically have to do 5 stages during the night. And he's done one attempt to that, didn't go so well. But that is just extreme. Just trying to run up these Bed Pike and all those. You're running up them, you're running down them, and it's just stones everywhere.
Yeah, that sounds like carnage.
Yeah.
So
I did support. You have to have somebody with you each stage. So I did support on one stage, and I had to do quite a late stage. So I was quick enough to keep up with him after he'd been running for like 15 hours.
Okay, yeah. So it's only at that point at which you're
then be of any use. Yeah.
When you run, do you generally plan out exactly where you're going to go, or do you just wing it and just go with the flow?
I normally plan it, but I'm pretty good at.
It sounds like, I suppose, with your orienteering background, I suppose it's in you to.
I always plan it. But the funny thing, and you probably realise this is if you can't really go any further than the amount that you've planned in your mind.
Yeah.
Because you think I'll just do an extra kilometre, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's all in the mind. Running's all in the mind, really.
And particularly if you're going for duration as well, and you get back to home, you've planned 90 minutes and you get back in 85. That last 5 minutes when you run an extra little loop once you're already back is horrendous.
Yeah, just because everything's about how your brain's chunking it up into. Yeah. I mean, I chunk everything up into 5 kilometre runs because then I know it's only a park run.
Yeah.
Only park run left. Yeah.
What do you think about when you're running? Have you ever solved any problems in your head while you're running?
No, I'm actually really boring. I only ever think about running mechanics, all the time. How am I feeling? How's my heart rate? Is this the best route? Should I drink water? And then I find occasionally you start daydreaming and you'll slow right down.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It takes a lot of focus.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming from that you probably don't listen to music or anything like that.
No. I think I'd struggle with music.
Yeah. So it's all about the focus.
Yeah. But then as an older person, my daughter she has to run with music. That's just how she I guess maybe she's blocking out the effort involved.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, considering that I'm making a podcast, I often listen to podcasts.
Oh right, okay.
I can't listen to music too much because I don't then focus on something else. But with podcasts, I'm concentrating on what someone else is saying, and it takes my mind off the pain that I'm in.
But I should try it. But then I I always think, oh, that's another mechanical
Distraction.
Is the headphones falling out? You know, where's the phone? I try not to run with the phone if I can help it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think you sacrifice anything for running?
These days, no. I think back when I was doing marathon training, yes, definitely time with the family.
Yeah.
Because I was, I burn all of Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And yeah, arguably I should have been helping out a bit more. Because that's the thing about marathons as well. This is the whole training regime. If you do it properly,
definitely need a supportive partner.
Yeah, because you're getting up at 6 o'clock in the mornings and doing those runs all the week during the week as well.
Yeah.
So I don't do that these days. I think that's no. I try to do runs that are like interesting.
Right. So, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the orienteering's interesting. Trail runs, quite interesting.
Yeah.
Then unusual runs. I did a run with my brother last year in Windsor where you race the boat. There's a boat there's various boats with spectators on.
Okay.
And they're set to various 10k times.
Right.
And then the last 2 or 3 kilometres, the boat's beside you. So if you're ahead of your time. And yeah.
And where's this?
It's from Windsor.
Right.
Out along the river.
Oh wow.
So
that sounds
kind
like
of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
What do you say to that little voice in your head that when it's getting tough, it tells you could stop?
Oh well, no, there's no question I'm going to stop. But I just say, of course I can do another 5k. Coming back to the 5k thing.
Yeah.
It's less than 5k. I can clearly do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest I've come to stopping, I think, probably on the second London Marathon, because I found it quite painful after about 20 miles. But even then, you'd walk and then that would be painful. So you'd run and it was okay. But,
I do remember my first marathon, which was Brighton.
Mm-hmm. That was my first as well. Actually.
Okay, yeah. And there was a sign at the end that said, "There's only a park run to go." My first reaction was, "Oh, that's great. There's only a park run to go." And then I thought, "Hang on a second, park runs hurt." And it just destroyed me. The last 5k was absolutely horrendous. So how did you find Brighton?
I think I enjoyed Brighton more than London. Because
really?
London, I found it's almost too flat, and just the crowding made it quite difficult to get into pace. And Brighton, I felt went much better.
Yeah.
Except there was a very long bit that went off into the middle of
the bit goes up the hill when it goes out along the It's very quiet and a bit lonely, isn't it? And then it's but it's quite nice to get a break from the crowds, I thought.
Yeah, and then
you come back in and you get all the support.
Coming into the finish was that was great with the sea on one side, and then you come back in and everything's set up there.
Yeah, the first time I did it was my very first marathon, and I really enjoyed it. The second time I had an absolute nightmare, and just everything went wrong.
Yeah, I did it with my work colleagues. So we sort of decided we'd do this thing together, like 4 or 5 of us, and I think I was first out of all of us, and that was like the last time ever I was first, because they all then got good.
Right. Okay. Have you got any like a running nemesis?
I wouldn't have said a running nemesis. There's a few people in the office who a little bit of competition with them,
right?
And
do they know? Are you all aware that there's a bit of competition?
I think we all know who's doing what time. But certainly the last few years, as you get up to 60, you do drop off quite dramatically.
Yeah, absolutely.
But back 10 years ago, we were doing half marathons. It was always kind of fun.
Yeah, to compete. Yeah. And finally, what's your next goal? Do you have another goal?
Do I have another goal? Well, I'd like to do. I haven't done a marathon for a while. I'd like to do another marathon. I'd like to do London again, just to try and get a good one in. And I'd probably like to do some more serious volunteering.
Yeah.
Maybe like national events.
Yeah.
Rather than just the local events.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I must look into that and see if it's something I fancy. But London's so hard to get into as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm doing the London reverse midnight marathon, the one that you do the night before. Because they've closed all the roads already.
Yeah.
So everyone sets off at the finish line at midnight. And
is that sort of unofficial?
it's sort of unofficial. I think you do it as the London virtual marathon. You sign up, pay your £30 for it, but then it's starting to get a few thousand people turning up to do it. So there's still aid stations along the way that they organise,
and it's fairly well lit, I guess.
Yeah,
so no problem
yeah,
with that.
exactly. And you can still get to see all the same sort of landmarks as you do on the normal London
That might
marathon.
be good, because I think the sheer volume of the support, although good, I found that quite wearing.
It sounds like you need a lot of focus to.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's probably your superpower.
Yeah. Never give up. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. I really appreciate your time.
Right. Yeah. Good talk to you.
Thank you so much.